Disney stock continues to drop 1 week before Bob Iger finally leaves and says goodbye to his CEO chair. Now they're doing everything in their power to get the thing up above the Benjamin mark. Back to 100 triple digits, please. Will it be enough? We'll explain why Disney is freaking out as Bob Iger's legacy is now in serious doubt. Hello folks, hello friends, welcome back yet again. Another video of excellence on the way as we continue to cover the uncovering of Bob Iger for the woke CEO that he has been in his second turn as the head of the House of Mouse. As we dive into the latest news, dire as it may be, consider clicking the like button and lift this video higher. And if you're not yet subscribed, just know we're working hard every day to earn that click from you. The Walt Disney Company is throwing everything and the kitchen sink at trying to bring Bob Iger back from the brink of a loser legacy as he gets ready to leave the Walt Disney Company. Disney unleashes massive parks media blitz with discounts, attraction reopenings, new announcements ahead of Bob Iger's final shareholder meeting. This by Marvin Montanero over on thatparkplace.com, the website that if you're not yet bookmarked to it, well, you should be. Walt Disney World News sites lit up Thursday morning with a sudden wave of announcements ranging from attraction reopening dates to steep resort discounts, and I'm telling you, they're insane. Creating what appears to be one of the most coordinated information drops from Disney parks in months. The flurry of updates included confirmed reopening timelines for major attractions, brand new character experience announcement, and a sweeping set of vacation discounts targeting nearly every major guest demographic. And why, folks? Well, because the Disney stock has not been performing well. Under 100 recently, and how's it doing today? Well, folks, if we go for our latest update, again, Disney under 100 at the time of this recording, $99.78. By the way, if you go to the 5-year, it's really, really abysmal. The Walt Disney Company right now is down 49.39%, almost half of the value of the company gone in the past 5 years. Bob Iger is leaving this company in the rearview mirror in shambles, truly. So they got to fix this. And one of the ways they're going to fix this, folks, beyond just trying to pretend that Hoppers is doing well at the box office, beyond just trying to let you know that Star Wars and Avengers, oh, they're going to be big, they're going to be good, is everything they have at Disney. I have posted on the Patreon that this new ticket deal they're releasing, where it's 4 days for $100 a day or something like that. Yeah, 4 days, $100 per day. But you can add a bonus option to it for only $60. If you do that, you now can go to Walt Disney World this summer. And it's not just for Florida residents. It's not just for Georgia residents. It's for anybody out there for this summer can go to the Walt Disney World Resort for like $50 a day, essentially a 75% discount. And I believe as we go into the meeting coming up next week, the shareholders meeting, Jonas, that we'll be covering with Valiant, Renegade, and here and everywhere else. Jonas, I think this is preemptively trying to get reservations up. They're trying to get Disney Plus subscribers up. They're trying to get the box office projections up. Everything they can do. They are desperate to get this over the century mark, over the 100. They need a Benjamin for Bob before he leaves.
I absolutely agree, because this is the second time that Bob Iger has left. He left with the stock trending in the other direction last time, and he also came back with the stock trending in that same direction, the bad one that he left on. Sorry, y'all know what I mean. 5 years ago, the stock was at 200. Not all of that was due to the prowess of Mr. Bob Chapek, I say facetiously. A lot of that was the shareholders' ideas about what the company was supposed to be and Wall Street's idea of what the company was supposed to be, even though that was the middle of the global medical situation there. The company was at a $200 per share stock price, one that you could even say was reflective of the fact that they bought an entire studio for $70 billion. And now if you go look, this stock has been stagnant for about 10 years. And what do they have? They have Disney Plus, a streaming service that until they merged it with Hulu, nobody's really watching. And the only way that they can get that profitable is by stopping the production of some of these shows costing the $600 million range. I'm talking about Andor, one of the most expensive television shows ever produced, or the fact that they have profoundly changed the way that these theme parks work to make them cater to the super rich, but the super rich are not necessarily crazy about all of the renovations happening all at one time. There's a year-over-year dip. 2 years back, they had more attendees in first quarter of Disney's financial year, otherwise known as the last 3 months of everybody else's year. They're down 1% now there. So they have attendance issues at these parks. On top of it, there are market headwinds right now. Those headwinds may be caused by missiles flying through the air over in the Middle East, but there are market headwinds pushing down on this stock price.
Well, hold on, Jonas, real quick. That actually, people are saying that's having an effect on the Disney stock as well because of something happening in the Middle East that Bob Iger was supposed to leave out on.
Right, because Abu Dhabi Disney, which I almost feel like needs to be copywritten by Hanna-Barbera at this point, Disneyland Abu Dhabi or Disneyland Yas Island, whatever they end up calling that park, right now they're canceling events in the area because of what's going on in Iran. And they're also, British Airways is canceling flights out to that area for the rest of the year until the situation is resolved. So all of the things that would push this stock price in the other direction are not active right now. So what do they have? They have theme park discounts in a heavy way. They have, as you said before, discounts and bundling in order to get people to subscribe to Disney Plus and Hulu. And also, here's one that's very inside baseball that people subscribe to this channel and that Park Place might be aware of. They did a bunch of announcements for rides that were not necessarily supposed to be opening within the next few months that they said, no, this ride is going to open. They just filed permits to extend the refurbishment of Big Thunder Mountain out into sometime in the middle of next year. But now they're saying, oh, no, that's going to be open in just a couple of months. We're going to open that. I don't think it's ready necessarily, but they want these rides open right now. They need the headlines. They need everybody planning a Disney vacation, even if it's at a discount, so that Hugh Johnston can say, bookings are up.
Right. Part of this is because the effort to get the uber elites to come to Disney World from all over the world, that's a little bit of struggle right now. They have, I think, some trepidation that this conflict in the Middle East might be the kind of thing that slows down international travel. So they got to go to the plebes. And the way they're going to do that, Kara, is by cutting the cost of Disney World by 75%. And again, on the Patreon, I break down how they're doing this. But folks can go to Disney World for 75% less than what we typically describe. I've never seen anything like that. Kara, how desperate do you think the Disney company must be to drop 3/4 of what it takes to go down there in the middle of summer?
I mean, you guys probably saw, I'm sure you guys saw the article that was saying that it's cheaper to go to Tokyo Disney than it is to go to Disney in Florida right now. And I think that kind of, it may have put a sour taste in their mouth. Maybe it was a wake-up call. Because I'm going to be down in Florida in 2 weeks, next week. And I have no interest in going to Disney.
Will you be going to Universal, Kara?
Yes, I will be going to Universal. Yeah. So, I think they severely needed that cut to just try to get butts in the park. Because right now there's just nobody's interested, or at least nobody that I've talked to. Nobody who used to be your normal Disney goers are going because they can't afford to anymore. They can't even afford to have the annual passes whenever they live there because everything is just skyrocketed so much, especially in Orlando, so many people, especially in our little section of the internet, they go all the time. They used to go all the time and now they just can't. So they can't justify it. But I still can't even, I don't have an interest in going to Disney. I haven't been to the Disney in Orlando since I was 13 years old. So it's kind of it'd be interesting to see how it's evolved and changed since then. But at the same time, I'm not spending that to go to Disney for a day to 2 days. Whenever I could go somewhere else.
You're going to Universal, which I think there's a lot of people in this space that get it,
Yeah. Well, Islands of Adventure is so much better than anything Disney has, and so is Epic. But Kara, their strategy for Bob Iger he wants to get in the shareholder meeting and say reservations are up. So he's looking at somebody like you, and they're saying, what about $50 a day? Would you come visit Disney World for $50 a day? So does that tempt you at all, Kara? Or is that still, you're just like, there's nothing that thrills me about the House of Mouse in Orlando?
I mean, it's tempting, but I already know that like the IPs that I love and that I care about are at Universal. Like that's what's going to draw me. I want to go see Epic Verse. I haven't seen Epic Verse. I haven't been there since it's opened. Even though I've been to Harry Potter World like twice already, I still want to go again. Like it's the ambience and the experience of it all. And there's no characters or IP that's really drawing me to Disney. Like even like Star Wars. I haven't watched Star Wars since Mando season 1, season 2. That's the last bit I've watched. So even like Galaxy's Edge. Exactly. That's what I've heard. But I don't. I think even for $50 a day, like I'd be like, okay, this is okay. Like half the rides are probably going to be broken down anyway, so I wouldn't even be able to go on them. So
yep. Now, Kara is identifying, I think, the exact problem here, and that is that we don't have any IPs that are exciting us. And when you don't have that, it's damaging Disney across a broad spectrum of their market, right? It's not just the plushies. It's not just the merchandising. It's not just the toys. It's the theme parks. It's the box office. And imagine where we would be, Nat, in terms of people wanting to go to Disney World if Star Wars was exceptional instead of what it has become, which is, well, it subverted our expectations and it also subverted the financials of Disney. So, Nat, how much is it hurting Disney that they cannot find an IP win?
I mean, and I agree with the whole, but it's also, they put in IPs just to put in IPs, but at the same time, they took away a lot of the other things that were interesting, especially for families. And I think that whole family aspect has been also very discussed. And as Kara was saying, with the negative stuff that's come out on social media and articles, a lot of it has also pointed towards the downfall of families and families being able to go and being able to, like, it's more expensive for a family of 4 or 5 than for 2 or 3 people to go as adults. So I think that conversation is also, they might be trying to cater for a certain specific photograph, for example, of the parks being full, but being full of families. So people stop saying that they're just catering to adults. I think that might also be part of it, because it's impossible for families right now to even think about going to Disney or getting in debt. There's also a lot of articles I've seen and people going to the parks and interviewing people that are having to take on debt just to be able to take their family for a vacation that then is also full of IP, but doesn't have those other aspects like the edutainment of it all that used to be very attractive, I think, as well for everybody.
Especially at Epcot. And then, look, I'm going to introduce an idea that is beyond the ticket pricing, because the tickets are ridiculously expensive now, and they're trying to reduce that. But the staying on property inside the Disney bubble has increased exponentially as well. And not just because of the, your stay at, one of the nice resorts, if you pick a nice one, but even the value, quote unquote, value resorts, which was a term they were trying to get rid of, have gone up, by disgusting amounts. But let me introduce you to the idea of a day at this park if you're staying off property. You have experienced over the course of the last decade an average increase on purchasing food in the parks, food and beverage in the parks, of 61%. There's a 61% increase in the last decade of food across the board, food and beverage, and snacks especially. They even last year, some things added a quarter to their $1.50 price tag, just immediately. So, what used to cost $1 ended up being $1.25. But that was just in 1 year. That was last summer's prices. What are this summer's price increases going to look like? And are they going to, again, they're obfuscating where they make a ton of money, which is in selling you the soda and the popcorn and everything else, which is something they acquire for pennies. And yet they present it as a value of some kind. Popcorn buckets, I mean, you're looking at a $15 investment in a popcorn bucket at the theme parks with the popcorn in it. Refills are more expensive. You get a refillable mug for a Disney park. It's like $28, $29 now. It's absolutely ridiculous. So you're not really reducing the cost of going to the theme park. I mean, outside of the ticket price, you're still going to bilk people on what it costs to eat and drink and everything else. It's a big problem, and
But
the
our
value
viewers-
is gone. And the value,
But our viewers, culture, we're going to educatify real quick because there is a way to go and to go cheaper. And so let's help the folks out there. Let's say that you have a significant other or a daughter or a son, and they're determined to go to Disney. They don't want to go to Epic. I don't know why, but they want to go to Disney, okay? Folks, if you don't want to deny them that, if you say, we're going to Disney World this year, you can go down there, get these 4-day tickets, get them for $100 a day, go at a time when it's $100 a day, but also add the bonus option, water parks and more. It's only $60. You're going to get 4 more days added onto that, and stay off property. Don't stay at a Disney hotel. That's my advice to you. You do what you want to do, but if you don't stay at a Disney hotel, you can get cheaper, and then bring your own food or go outside the parks and go eat somewhere. Go to O'Charlie's, go to Applebee's, go wherever you want to go. I don't care, but go have a good time and don't spend every dollar and dime that you got. Nat was bringing up this study that's been done about people going to Disney and how they go into debt. It's like 50% of families with kids actually put the Disney vacay on their credit cards and they're in debt over it. I'm not talking about they pay it off the next month. I'm talking about they're taking out money to do this that they don't have. Don't do that to yourself. And if you are going to go to Disney, this 4-day thing is the time to do it. If you're going to do it then and take advantage of the fact that Bob Iger wants his legacy saved, because that ultimately is what it's all about. And it is time to put a bow on it, for this one, folks, is a gift to everybody who wants to know exactly what's going on in the entertainment industry. And we are so joyful that you were there to receive it. We hope that you had a great time. An attitude of gratitude on this channel every single time you decide to spend time with us. As we get ready to say goodbye, we only ask a few simple things. Click that like button, share, subscribe, click it, and stick it to those algorithms. It is the notification bell. Drop a comment down below. Let us know your thoughts. A mind is a terrible thing to waste, so waste not yours. And folks, as you get ready to head out that door, do you have a place on social media that you love to share this sort of thing? Hey, you can make this YouTube video sing by putting it out there for your friends, your family, and for those weirdos who just won't leave you alone. Folks, until the next time, keep learning, keep growing, and keep having fun.